Wagwan. Hey, big man. Jai Rasta. Big ups yourself, you know. Hey, before we get started, hold on. Might need the shield for this one, so. All right, there we go. In conversation, I just came from Rome this morning. I'm gonna explain it. I just came off of Netflix. I watched a movie this morning, and when I go into movies, when I watch movies, I tend to take me away from where I'm at, you know. So I kind of let the movie take me. So therefore, I've been in Rome for about roughly 2.5 hours. It was a journey. And I learned a lot. Like I said before in my previous videos, we have to learn to digest these videos, these movies, this music for what it is, and learn from it. Kind of like the Morse code. They got a code, we gotta crack it. I learned a lot. And the movie is called Angels and Devils. It's about the Illuminati, you know, and they spilled a lot of beans of where it stemmed from, who got ties in it, who holds, you know what I'm saying, who's at the top and who's like where the Illuminati come from and all these things, you know. And man, you see a lot of the traits and a lot of things that they got in the world, and now we know who's controlling everything, you know. And it's crazy. The movie is about, they go and get this guy, supposed to be this expert on Roman theology and the Roman theory and all this. You know, he knows a lot about the church, but he claims to not be religious. He's kind. So he kind of, it tells the story of the way the Illuminati was thought of or made. The Illuminati consists of the smart geniuses and scientists, very high scientists, and doctors. And the Illuminati is supposed to stand for the enlightened ones. So, and it all stems from Rome. It came from like how we used to learn in school about Caesar and all that. Actually, it's crazy because that's what I'll be eating on, you know. So, yeah, so it talks about the Rome, you know, about Julius Caesar and all that, and how we used to learn in school about the Roman theology, you know, that history. And with the Roman Catholic Church. The Catholic Church back then started killing off a lot of scientists because science and church had started clashing, and the church didn't really believe in what science had going on, so they clashed, and the Illuminati wanted, so basically the movie is basically the Illuminati wanting revenge because of what they did in the past, which is what all white people always been doing, and what they are doing still today is barbarian. There's a lot of corruption throughout the whole movie. just like real world. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like the Illuminati comes back and you know, wanting revenge. So someone in the Illuminati that's fighting for the Illuminati captures 4 of the popes. First of all, the main pope had died, so the chair is open, and when the chair is open, they have to revote another priest in or whatnot. So once the main priest had died, and the chair had remained open, somebody had stole the four pillars. They called the 4 pillars, the dudes who were up next. And basically just sent the man on a wild goose hunt, killing each one by every 2 hours or whatnot. Barbarian stuff. So that was the Illuminati way of punishing the Catholic Church. And that's how the United States system is ran, by the Catholic Church. If we look around in the U.S., and I can say this because I've been to several Catholic, I call them rituals. I've sat in on some. And the whole movie, it describes what it feels like. The whole movie was dark, gloomy. Like, they didn't never really want to stay out in the sun. Their castles was dark. Like, they loved it dark a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? The whole movie was based around skulls, and every time at the bottom of a old ass church is a bunch of dead carcasses. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is such godly places surrounded about nothing but death? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just felt like nothing but evil was coming out this place, the whole place. And it was a name of a town outside. They didn't claim Rome, but they claimed it was outside of Rome, but I think it was the same thing as Rome. That basically half of the movie had taken place, and it was called something with a V. And so come to find out, like I said, everything is a scheme with them. Like, they like to kill off everything, and everything is basically one big lie. And if you haven't been told before, once you tell one lie, you got to continue to tell lies. And then once you tell so many lies, it's like you have to just die on it. Like, hey, the sword is right there, just fall on it. That's basically what the movie was. A bunch of lies upon lies upon lies upon lies. Until you find out who's really behind everything. How everything played out. It'll surprise you. Because he made himself look like a hero. Because he wanted his father's place. It's tough. But you see what them white people do? You see how hard they fight in their own kingdoms and in their own walls? If they fight amongst themselves like that, what make you think they'll ever care about us? It ain't gonna stop unless we make it stop. And the Illuminati is nothing but a branch off from the Catholic Church because they like siblings. They fight and fuss, but when it come down to it, they'll fight together. The Illuminati and the Catholic churches have been working against us in the United States all throughout slavery. Since they somehow got us from the other people who were enslaving us at first, and they took over, it's been this way ever since. The Vatican, and that's in the Bible. Got it. It was a city called Nevadius over there by Rome, where most of the story took place. Baptism, they had some Baptist churches that was in there. And mean you, this is how you know that they're against us. And I'm just flat out say they're against us. They're not for us. They're against us. They killed some random black person that didn't even have anything to do with the story in the middle of the movie. Some random black dude stabbed him, punctured his lungs. He died on the steps in front of everybody to see, like a show, literally. And he was the only one to die in front of everybody. I was like, he was the only black man to die, only man to die in front of everybody. They saved the white man. They helped them save the white man. The only black dude that ain't had nothing to do with the storyline, he died in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what did this come in? Like, what was his name? You know? And they just kept pushing. I find that hard. That's crazy, man. And yeah, they had some Baptist churches in there within the movie. They let it known that, hey, they with us too. We know. They just like siblings. They part of the family tree. And the apple didn't fall too far. Man, I got this Little Caesars pizza, man. Cost me about like $5.45. Cheap. What's cheap meal? So happened to be talking about the rooms, and I got this little Caesars pizza. You know? But hey, I encourage y'all to go watch the movie, see what you get out of it, man. I know for years it's been a talked about myth around here, but I've always known anything that could be talked about could be real. So I never for once let it run past me. But with them showing me this evidence, I know who's in charge of everything, who's been running everything, and it tells you clearly in that movie. Go watch the movie. It tells you everything you need to know. So if they end up killing me for getting out this message, y'all better ride for me. Like Nip said, y'all better ride for me. On that note, y'all stay safe, stay dangerous, and just be black. Peace.